Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Vicar's Devotional. I'm your Vicar, Mother Sandy, and it is Tuesday, July 28th. And gosh, this month has just flown by, hasn't it? Just absolutely flown by. It feels like we just had the 4th of July. Anyway, so I try to do a reflection each week, and I go over the gospel for the, lectionary, the daily office. And today's gospel is taken from the Gospel of Matthew, and I'm going to read it to you. So my reflection might be a little shorter because I apparently can ramble. So close your eyes and just listen. As they went out, they came upon a man from Cyrene named Simon. They compelled this man to carry his cross. And when they came to a place called Golgotha, which means place of a skull, they offered him wine to drink mixed with gall. But when he tasted it, he would not drink it. And when they had crucified him, they divided his clothes among themselves by casting lots. Then they sat down there and kept watch over him. Over his head, they put the charge against him, which read, "This is Jesus, the King of the Jews." Then 2 bandits were crucified with him, one on his right and one on his left. Those who passed by derided him, shaking their heads and saying, "You who would destroy the temple and build it in 3 days, save yourself. If you are the Son of God, come down from the cross." In the same way, the chief priests also, along with the scribes and elders, were mocking him, saying, "He saved others, he cannot save himself. He is the King of Israel. Let him come down from the cross now, and we will believe in him. He trusts in God. Let God deliver him now if he wants to, for he said, 'I am God's son.'" The bandits who were crucified with him also taunted him in the same way. I've been thinking a lot about how Jesus works in ways that sometimes defy my logic. I think sometimes, we have that phrase, God works in mysterious ways, right? And it is mysterious. And sometimes we don't understand, sometimes we struggle. What I like about this particular gospel is, first off, Matthew is just to the point, no side things, just here are the details, and that's it, no fluff. That's why I like some of the other gospel writers. Give me Luke, give me John. But in this, we hear a couple of things. First, Jesus, Son of God, literally could have stopped everything, right? I think I said this last week or at some point, maybe it was in my formation series, but actually it was a formation series. Jesus could have stopped everything in its tracks. He was not a victim, right? And knowing that he had the authority of heaven, he had the power of God, right? God incarnate, Emmanuel, God with us. He had that power, he had that authority. And yet he still allowed this to happen. And I need that phrase to be, he allowed, he permitted. Didn't mean he liked it. Didn't mean that on Thursday he didn't pray, "God, maybe take this cup from me. Maybe I don't want to do this." But even in that humanness, he let it happen. He was not a victim. He needed to show how much love, which sounds so like an oxymoron to what we think love is. But there were a couple of things that stood out. First, in the beginning, Simon Cyrene was voluntold to help. Jesus, Son of God, didn't need help. But we got to participate with him in the miracle that he was about to do through his death. So participation, invitation. But what gets me, and we hear this in some of the other gospels, is that the bandits that were crucified, one derided like everyone else, and the other one said, "Are you insane? Jesus, remember me." Because our logic doesn't match God's logic all of the time. Remember, God is a mystery. And in this moment, all of these people are deriding Jesus, saying, "You saved yourselves, save others. You should just come down if you are the Son of God." They didn't believe the signs and wonders that he'd been doing for 3 years. They actually think they'd believe him if he just came down from the cross. One more sign, one more wonder wasn't going to do it. My logic says that if there are things that I cannot explain, maybe it's not real. My logic probably would have been to be sarcastic like they were. That's where we are in our brokenness sometimes. God's logic is, I'm still going to love you. I'm still going to walk this path because you're worth it. It's going to hurt. It's going to be terrible. I'm still going to walk this path because the only way for you to believe me is to go to an extreme. What does that say about us sometimes, though? That we need an extreme just to move us an inch. Simon of Cyrene didn't need that extreme. Or did he? We get through this moment in time in our Gospel of Matthew, and we hear so many things of people seeing Jesus only the human side. They haven't, there goes my paper, they haven't been paying attention to the miracles. They haven't been paying attention to scripture that's been fulfilled. And when I say they, I mean mankind, humankind. The people that would have been walking around Jesus. And in that moment, it was a lot of folks that had seen the signs and wonders. And still, Jesus is on the cross went, you should just save yourself. He literally could have. But what would have that done for you? It wouldn't have changed a thing for you. Didn't before, why would it now? So sometimes I wonder in our walk, what kind of evidence do we need that God is moving in our lives? Are signs and wonders enough? Are miraculous people all of a sudden showing up in your life enough? Because I can tell you, in the last, definitely in the last 3 years, but in the last handful of months, either I've had incredible friendships that felt like all of a sudden they've just exploded in their depth, which I love, or I've got new friendships that are deeper than people that I've known for 35, 40 years. Do we pay attention for the signs and wonders and go, yeah, God's there? Or do we look at them and go, it's a coincidence? Our reaction to signs and wonders still happen today. So when Jesus encounters us, whether it's on the cross, like he did for them in that moment, or just in our daily lives, do we deride it going, yeah, no? Or do we invite it in and say, yeah, that's life-changing? I hope. My prayer is that we are in such a strong community of faith that when signs and wonders happen, we're not deriding the nature of the sign, but inviting it deeper within us. There's that, what's that saying? It's not don't be dumb, but I used to say, don't be a David, be a this, whatever. If you can be a Betty White, don't be a Rumi, I don't know. Anyway, ignore me. The point is, are we looking for the surface level, or are we going deeper? Are we always digging to find out where God is, not the stuff, not the fluff, not the feel good on the top? Because I am pretty sure that when Jesus went to the cross for us, that was not fluff. That was because we didn't follow the signs and wonders, the fulfillment of scripture, the different things that he was teaching, the actual lessons that he was teaching. So on this day, don't be satisfied by the fluff. Go deeper. And know that there are going to be people around you that are going to be encouraging that. They're going to walk with you, that are going to love you. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. You're worth the depth. If you need anything, or if you have questions about this, or you have comments, comment, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff on the YouTubes. Most of all, come in on Sunday and let's talk. If you get here on Sunday at 9 o'clock, we're actually going to start talking about the upcoming lections for that Sunday. So I just finished a Nicene Creed series. Going forward, we're going to use that formation time before service to actually reflect on and talk about the readings for that Sunday before I preach on them. So I hope to see you Sunday. If you're not in our church, go somewhere. Be a part of a community of faith that encourages you to always go deeper and to trust the signs and wonders that God gives you in your life. You are loved, you are prayed for, and I'll see you next week.